What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is be part 2 of building my 2013 Yamaha R1. In the last video, the bike ended up looking like this, but I have done a bit off camera, so the bike is looking a bit more like this. Yes, I know it's not pretty at all, but it's gonna be worth it. So let me show you what I got done to the bike. I stripped all of it down. I got the throttle bodies off, the wiring harness, obviously the swing arm. It's just on plank wood right now. Nothing's really on there, just the forks and the engine. I even took off the calipers. So I did install one of the parts already. It's right in the bike. I forgot to record it, but let me show you what it is. They are the Graves Motorsport block-off plates. I think I'm gonna leave like a little checkbox right here with all the parts I install and their prices. I believe this one was $40. I got it from STG or sportbiketracker.com. Really cool website. You put your year, make, and model, and it shows you all the aftermarket parts of your bike. I have like from 2023, I believe, to I don't know, but I'll put it right here somewhere. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can check them out. So if you live in California, you know the weather's been super bad. It's been like 90 degrees every day. It's been burning up. But I'm gonna take the opportunity to paint some of the parts. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. But I still have all the parts right here to the side. Got the headers over there, some smaller plastic pieces, the subframe, and then the swing arm. Today, I'm gonna be painting it. That's why it's all sanded. Still gonna paint the wheels. I don't know which color yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave that down below. And that sprocket is not going to be staying there for long. I already have everything set up. I already got my masking tape. I already got some safety wire for a reason you guys see right now, because I'm hanging it up. All right, so let me show you guys the setup I got. I had an old clothing rack. I went to Ace Hardware, bought some safety wire, some blue tape. I already masked off all the stuff I don't want to get painted. And for the paint, I'm going to be using, it's going to be some paint primer, gloss enamel. I don't really know. Primer's primer, you know? So, just got to shake it up. The first light coat for the triple clamp. Now we'll hit the swing arm. I'm going to do it off camera because that one's a lot more. So, I'll show you guys when I finish. Also, another reason why I use the clothing rack instead, because it has wheels. So if I decide like one side is not getting enough heat or not drying fast enough, just rotate it and done deal. So I usually do use a heat gun, but it's like 96 today. It's burning up in California. So this weather's crazy. I don't like it. So we'll wait for the set and I'll show you guys when I'm about to put the matte black. Alright, I just put the last coat of primer. Is what it's looking like. You know, it looks pretty good. I mean, the color is not the worst either. But I'm not gonna be leaving like this. This is just the primer. I'm gonna let that cure for around 15-20 minutes, and after that, we're gonna put this satin black color because that's the color that's over there. So I'm gonna let that cure for 15-20 minutes, and I'm gonna put this on. I just finished doing the second coat of satin black. I still have a long ways to go. The swing arm still needs a lot, but the triple clamp, it's not looking the worst so far. It's super toasty, so the sun is drying it super quick. So I'm gonna let that cure for like around 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get to the next coat, and I'll just progressively show you guys between coats and till we get to the finished product. I just finished the last coat. This is what it's looking like. It does look a little glossy, and I'm not liking that. But I just put the coat on right now, so it is still a little wet. Hopefully, it'll get a bit darker as it cures, or a bit more matte, is what I mean. I'm gonna let that cure for the rest of the day while the sun's still out. It's still pretty hot. It's around 5, so while I'm letting that cure, I'm going to show you guys how I polish this. Because like I already showed you, you can see a difference right there between the polished side and the not polished side. So I'm gonna set it up and I'll get to it. Alright, so let me show you what you're gonna need. First, you're gonna need your little Harbor Freight Dremel tool. Some rubbing compound. It's a turtle wax. And then whatever they're gonna be polishing. I'll be polishing this. So I'm gonna do the right side, this side right here. And I'll show you guys the process. And there you go. That's how you polish it. So I'm gonna do the rest of it off camera and I'll show you guys when I'm done. It's the next day and I already have the swing arm and the triple clamp over there. So I let it cure overnight and it's still looking a little bit glossy. So this is gonna be the final color. Don't know how I feel about it still. But the triple clamp, I'm really happy with how it came out. But other than that, I've been cleaning the bike still. I mean, it looks pretty good. You're not gonna be seeing it anyways, so I'm just doing it for myself. I also ended up finishing polishing some of these parts right here. You can see it makes a huge difference. I've also got this other one right there. Right now I'm gonna throw in the wiring harness so that I can finish the whole entire like engine bay pretty much. So tomorrow, when the swing arm finishes curing, I can just slap everything on and put everything together. I just want to make a quick note as well. If you do install some block off plates onto your motorcycle, you are going to need to buy a little relay or like a little servo for your plug to eliminate it, because if you don't buy it, you're gonna get an F1 code. So I didn't buy it, but just for anyone who wants to know. Another thing I suggest before connecting your wires is getting a little bit of dielectric grease. That helps with the corrosion. So, you know, I already had it happen to me once where corrosion had gone into my wiring harness, so I had to cut it off and change it. So I recommend using this because it helps in the long run. And the way you use it, all you do is you pull this little trigger, some of that goo will come out, and you put it onto the male side. And then you slip it in a couple times and that's it. Alright guys, I just finished putting most of the wiring harness on. Most of it is on already. Pretty much everything that I can do. The other parts are over there. And I did take off the napkins right now, so don't worry, I didn't have them exposed. But right now, we're gonna be adding the second part on this bike. So let me show you guys what that is. So for one of my new parts, that's right, I showed you guys in the last video, it's gonna be the Motion Pro 3 throttle kit. And I am going to be installing that today onto my throttle bodies. So I already cleaned up my throttle bodies. I already lubed the spring, everything's cleaned up. So I'm gonna be installing that and I'll show you guys the process. Also, I'm gonna be leaving all the parts I purchased down below so you guys could check them out as well, in case if you're interested. And I believe this one cost around $130, I believe. I'll have that little checkbox right here so to make sure the price is right. So before installing your brand new throttle cables onto your throttle bodies, it says on the box that you're required to lube your throttle cable. So all I did, I just got some chain cable lube, and I just sprayed it down there. I don't see the point in buying the whole entire tool set and everything, so I just did that and I just pulled it down a couple times. So I'm gonna be installing it and we'll get to it. Throttle bodies are back on. You can see the throttle cable right there. It feeds through the air vent, and here it is. So now I have to put some clip-ons. I have this clip-on, but you know, it's all old, ugly. So what better to go with a new Motion Pro throttle kit than some Vortex clip-ons. I got these silver. I believe those cost around $120. Like I said, I'm not too sure, so I'll leave the price right here. I'll leave those down below as well so you guys can check them out. So right here I got the Vortex clip-ons from STG, but I'll leave all the links to this and the other parts I put onto this bike down below. So the way you get the right fitting for your bike specifically is you want to get one of these millimeter tools, and you're gonna want to measure the fork. Either side doesn't matter. You can either choose between the options of black or silver. I went with silver. I think it looks better personally. And you don't have to reuse the hardware. It comes with all brand new hardware. So it comes with their little logo right there on the forks. If it'll focus. Well, it's right there. It says Vortex on it. So we're gonna be installing these with the brand new Motion Pro 3 throttle kit. So I just finished installing the throttle kit. I actually had to redo it because I forgot to do a step. You have to lube the little attachment that you put onto there. So let me show you. This is what it looks like. And I have the other clip on right here to show you guys stock. It is, the Vortex clip-on is longer. It's about 2 inches right there. So you will be able to put your grips out a little farther. And I like to ride like that personally. So I have to do the other side. So I'll get back to you when I finish that. Alright, and this is how it looks with the triple clamp. I'm not gonna push it down all the way because it still does feel a little tacky, and I already rubbed off a little bit right there. Yeah, I don't really want to touch it anymore. So I do have to fix the handlebars because that does not look right, but does look very nice. I'm liking it so far. That's gonna be it for today. All those 3 parts I put on the Graves Motorsport block-off plates, the Motion Pro Rev 3 throttle kit, and Vortex clip-ons. So in the next video, there's gonna be some expensive parts going on. You're not gonna want to miss it. And I think I might do a little bit off camera. I might fix a little bit of the wiring, put a couple more things on. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.